I was really playing nice music for you, but I think that's all right. Okay, so you can hear me properly. Fantastic. Just let us begin then. And those of you who just joined in, just say a big hello in the chat box. I would love to see your name, where you're dialing in from. It's always great to hear. So type in your name, type in where you are dialing in from. And I will be now shortly starting my camera. Let's get started. Okay, so I have just switched on my camera and I just want to make sure that you're able to see me. Let's see if you can. Give me a sign if you can see me all right. I see some yeses coming in. Okay, all right. So I just needed to scroll it big time. Okay. All right. So I have got Shivani, of course. I have Shivani. Hi. I've got KK here, Kumar, and Bangalore. I see a lot of Bangalore, Mumbai. Hi, Anita. Hi, Sanjay. Hello, guys. Okay, for some reason, I really can't see myself, but I hope you're able to see me all right. And I'm super excited to see you here. I hope you have your cup of coffee, your notepads handy, and you are already saying hello in the chat box. Okay, so let's get this started. Let's get this started. Who is excited for today's session? Type in one word. How are you feeling today? How has your day been today? Type in one word into the chat box so that I know how you're feeling today. Type in that one word into the chat box. Okay, let those keep coming in, keep coming in. Okay, you have a great energy, Ujjwal. Thank you so much. This energy is exclusively for all of you who have joined in live. Okay, long day. Ah, boring until now. Vignesh, let's change that. Fun, says Vivan. Thank you very much. So let's get started without any further ado. Who here would like to supercharge your income, impact, and network? Type in me into the chat box. Me. Type in me into the chat box if you would like to supercharge your income, impact, and network. Thank you very much for your interaction. And how many of you would like to discover a shortcut to save your time, money, and efforts? Type in I do again, creative. Okay, nice. All right, great. So type in me into the chat box. And if you have found yourself nodding to any of these questions, if you would like to supercharge your income, impact, and network in the shortest possible time, then I welcome you to today's session here on Creator Club. My name is Rupa Patil, and this session is all about how to use masterminds to accelerate your success. Yes, your success, all of you who have shown in here live. And those of you who are going to watch this as a recording, we will be talking about leveraging mastermind to accelerate your success. Three things that you learn on this call. How many things, please? Type into the chat box. I'll be asking you to do a lot of typing. I hope that's okay with you. Just for the next 20 to 30 minutes, be with me in the same energy. So three things that you'll learn from today's call. One is three outstanding features to look out for in your first or your next mastermind, and how to leverage a mastermind to supercharge your income, impact, and network in the shortest possible time. The third thing that you'll learn is why and when should you consider launching your own mastermind. And of course, I'll be talking about what is a mastermind, what is not, what are mastermind groups. There is a lot to cover. But before I begin, I want to do something. I want to take my hands, join it, and say thank you to each and every one of you who are here live. I know so many of you are, you must be logging in from various locations because Creator Club is amazing, isn't it? So thank you for joining in live, putting your life on hold. I know some of you have got long day, boring day, casual day, some fun day, but you have shown up here, and I will do my absolute best to make sure that your time here is well spent. Kumar, what a question. I am going to tell you exactly what a mastermind is. But before you do that, once again, type in your name, type in where you're from, and let me share with you, Sanjay, you're most welcome. Let me share with you a little bit about me. My name is Rupa Patil. I'm a certified mastermind professional. And I have learned masterminding from none other than Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Russell Brunson. Any Tony Robbins fan here, type in Tony into the chat box if you're a Tony Robbins fan. I have learned my masterminds from Tony Robbins. Hardik, welcome, hi. And I'm also a business mentor, trainer, and coach, and a speaker. And I have been a business mentor with Google and Shiro's Accelerator program for rural women entrepreneurs of India. And yes, I have over 21 years of corporate experience and business experience. I currently run two businesses. Any business owners in the house, type in business into the chat box if you're a business owner. And if you are in a company, if you're working in a corporate life, type in CORP for corporate. So yes, I've got 21 years of experience in both corporate as well as business life. And currently I have two businesses. One is a local business, which is almost a decade old, and the second is a global business. And I have had the honor to serve people from over 16 countries, and these have been some of my media appearances. I hope you're able to see my screen all right. And I shared this with you not to impress you, but to assure you and tell you, in fact, that some of the successes that you are able to see on the screens, I attribute that to masterminding. And I'm going to share it all with you today. So stay tuned and continue. Okay, so we do have Gary V. Okay, great, Anita. Business. Vivan is from business. Sanjay is from finance. Fantastic. So continue to type what is your name, where you're dialing in from, and what is that one thing you are looking forward to learn from this session. But okay, so probably you are not able to hear.
Hi
Are
guys,
you
my
able
name
to
is
hear
Ken.
this?
I'm just super excited to share with you
If
that
you're
I
able
just
to hear
done
this,
this
give me a thumbs up.
mastermind course with Rupa, which I found is really helpful. It's a collective of entrepreneur, business owner who come on board with individual problem. And then during the process, Rupa will share with you her genius
Are you able
wisdom,
to hear
and
what
she's really
Kin Saw from UK
supportive. She will
is
give you
saying?
lots of advice with
Yes,
help
we
and
can.
support.
Okay.
I found the clarity and the solution to the problem that I'm currently facing with. So yes, I recommend that, and thank you to Rupa again.
That was Kinso. And those of you, if you were not able to hear her, she was talking about masterminds, is where she came in with one specific problem and walked out with multiple different solutions. So we will be talking a little more about that. But let us first answer the question that Kumar was asking. Kumar, thank you very much. And your question, and those of you who are joining in live or watching this as a recording, perhaps your question is, what are masterminds? So before I could tell you, let me tell you what are not masterminds. A regular networking club where people exchange cards, not a mastermind. Business mentoring session, nope, not a mastermind. Coaching session, no. Facebook groups, no. So let us understand what a mastermind truly is. And here is my super simple definition. Masterminds is when two or more like-minded individuals working together in perfect harmony with a common purpose. And that is the power of masterminds. So if you have ever been in masterminds, or if you're curious to know what masterminds are, please type in the word mastermind into the chat box. I really want to know more about how to help other people, says Sanjay, deal with financial up and down, not from a finance point of view, but from motivation point of view. Sanjay, that is awesome. We are going to cover some of that here. And stay tuned, you are going to love it. So type in the word masterminds or MM into the chat box if you have been a part of masterminds. And yes, I see a lot of interaction there. Thank you very much, guys. So think about masterminds as your personal advisory board. You know how companies have got global advisors and board of advisors. Masterminds is your advisory board. In fact, here are some of the famous masterminders. And I would like to, bring your focus to Mr. Napoleon Hill. Mr. Napoleon Hill. So now he is the author of Think and Grow Rich. By the way, if you have read the book Think and Grow Rich, use your fingers and quickly type into the chat box the word rich, R-I-C-H, rich. Type into the word rich into the chat box if you have read that book by Napoleon Hill. Yes, looking forward to, haven't been part of it, but want to learn, says Sanjay. Vivan, thank you. Kumar, thank you. Hardik, thank you very much. Yes, so Napoleon Hill and his almost 100-year-old book, Think and Grow Rich, has the mention, not only a mention of mastermind, but an entire chapter of masterminds dedicated to that. And in that mastermind, in that book, in fact, I understood about the one of the famous mastermind groups, and that was by Henry Ford and Thomas Edison. Type in wow into the chat box if you are as amazed as I was When I got to know that Henry Ford and Thomas Edison actually worked together, continued to mastermind with each other, they spent a lot of time with each other along with others. And Henry Ford is one of the few people who have attributed majority of success to masterminds. And you, my dear friends, are going to learn all of that today. And of course, in more recent time, people like Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, Richard Branson, Russell Brunson, and my own trainer, Tony Robbins, they are all leveraging the power of masterminds. And let us see how. By the way, thank you very much for all your interaction. Yes, even I did not know that, Anita. I got to learn, I got to know about Henry Ford's mastermind only when I started deeply studying about masterminds. By the way, type into the chat box, type into the chat box guilty. Guilty? Type into the chat box guilty if you have ever been guilty of starting something new and not completing it. In other words, you started something with a lot of vigor, but you did not complete that task. Type in guilty into the chat box. And Sanjay, thank you very much. I should be also typing in guilty because I have done that as well. So if you have experienced that, I'm going to share with you a beautiful quote from Napoleon Hill, which will tell you how you can not only dream big, but you can start something and take it to completion just by being in a mastermind group. So let me come to the next slide. So as Napoleon Hill says, if you find yourself weak in persistence, surround yourself with a mastermind group. Isn't that amazing? And we'll talk more about it. In fact, let me come straight to the success accelerators, because I have told you that yes, we can use masterminds to for our personal growth, for our professional growth, and we are going to talk about it right now. But there are four specific reasons why being in a part of a mastermind group, a high-level mastermind group, actually helps you grow in the shortest possible time. So keep your pens, notepads ready, and start writing. The first character of a very beautifully designed and delivered mastermind group is they are well facilitated. Well facilitated, that means a person who has studied mastermind. It could be somebody like me who is a certified mastermind professional, or it could be somebody who has actually been part of masterminds for the longest time, are actually facilitating or hosting these mastermind groups. So always give preference to that mastermind group because the host actually knows the power of mastermind. Second, a high level mastermind group is purpose driven. What I mean by that is you can have a mastermind group for anything. Type into the chat box one key topic that you're very passionate about. Let me know, what are you passionate about? Yes, Kumar, we are coming to what is a mastermind group. This is what I'm telling you. So type in one word, one area, one topic that you're truly passionate about. In my case, it is leadership. In my case, it is business. In my case, it is also personal growth. What about you? What are you totally passionate about? Rohan, I love it. Cricket. You're from India. We all love cricket here. Travel. Anita, high five to you. Me too. Startup. Akshay, kudos to you. I love it. What is Dota? I truly don't know. What is that? Product development, learning, finance. So look at you guys. You're already passionate about something. Now imagine. Let's say Anita. Anita, I'm going to take your example. I hope you're okay with it. Let's say Anita wants to go for her solo travel somewhere, okay? And she wants to go out of India. So she has two choices. One is to sit and figure it out by herself, which are the countries which is best for a solo woman traveler and other things associated with it. Or she can call up a group of people. She can go into a group of people, ask that question, and get multiple answers to it. Now imagine Akshay, Nishant, Vivan, Vignesh, Sanjay, Nishant, Anita. Now imagine, Bali is amazing, by the way, Anita. So imagine all of you who have written that one topic that you're very passionate about. If you ever want additional help in that topic, you have option one, figure it out all by yourself. And option two is go and become a part of like-minded people who have the same purpose as yours. Okay. And which option will you get more answers in? Option one, type in one or two into the chat box, whatever your answer is. Option one, figuring it out all by yourself, will that be a smarter choice? Or option two, reaching out to people, and they are pouring you with their expertise, experience, and a lot of suggestions. Which is a better option, option one or option two? Fantastic. Yes, Nishant, option one is good to start with. But if you want to accelerate your success, if you want to, accelerate your growth, personal and professional growth in the shortest possible time, option number two is absolutely right. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you, Vignesh. Vivan, thank you so much for your interaction. The next thing that a mastermind group is all about is not a shining star. For example, I may be a mastermind host. In fact, I do host multiple masterminds every month, but that does not make me a star. The real stars are you. For example, Sanjay, Vignesh, Akshay, Vivan, Anita, Hardik, Kumar, you guys are the real stars when you become a part of mastermind group, because you are going to open your mind. You're going to help others with your expertise, experience, direction, solutions, whatever, because this is all about pure learning. And that is what a mastermind group is. I hope you're getting the idea what a mastermind group is. And another thing is, if you're a part of mastermind group, which is a high level mastermind group, there is no way that you cannot grow, because growth oriented, all the mastermind groups are growth oriented. If you are finding value in this, if you are finding value in whatever you're learning, type in value. But the group should be well curated. That is correct, Sanjay. That actually defines the success of the group. So that is what is the responsibility of the facilitator or the host of the mastermind group. The point number one here, the well facilitated, that is what it means. So value, Vivan, Vignesh, thank you. It's like having multiple mentors as well. Kumar, bang on. That is exactly. Remember what I said? Your mastermind group is your personal advisory board. And you don't even have to pay thousands and millions of dollars that you would otherwise pay to those mentors. So you guys are amazing, by the way. Are these online groups? Anita, what a lovely question. The mastermind group that I host is an online group. It cuts across the continents, but you could even have a local group. Like Anita, if I'm a solo traveler, I love traveling. So, when I have to reach out, when I have to do a solo travel, probably locally, I'm in Bangalore, by the way. Those of you who are in Bangalore, a big hi to you. So I reach out to a local group in Bangalore to identify which are the local places that I would like to go to. But if I want to do that internationally, an international group that is, I would highly recommend you join an international group, because you'll always find people from India, from Bangalore, from Delhi, from your own city. So let's get started. And here's the reason why you should care for a mastermind group. Masterminds are one of the fastest ways to overcome your challenge in the shortest possible time, so that you can focus on growing your income, impact, and network. How many of you would like that? Type in me into the chat box. Hardik, I'm going to tell you that. Sorry. Shivani, Bangalore. Hi, Shivani. I'm also in Bangalore. Hardik, yes. Thank you very much. I will give you a few seconds to read what Sachin Rane from Nagar had to say about his mastermind experience. And just look at the highlights. By participating in Mastermind, I got lots of inputs. So Kumar, what you said is right. So Sachin was a part of a mastermind, one of the first few sessions that he joined. And he asked to, his challenge was how to grow sales. And after this mastermind, just within a couple of days, he was already doing webinar, but by following the techniques and suggestions that he got on these masterminds, he actually acquired 35 new clients from a single webinar. Isn't he amazing? Type the word Sachin into the chat box so that I can tell him that, hey, there are people who really liked it. Is there a lead in the mastermind, or is it an open discussion? Kumar, generally it is a facilitator who hosts that mastermind session, and it is her or his responsibility to make sure that people like Sachin who are coming into the mastermind, or you're coming into the mastermind, you actually walk out with a lot of value. So it is, we don't call them as a lead, we call them as a host, because we are here to serve you. So let's get ahead and let us identify the 3 outstanding features. You guys are amazing, by the way. Thank you so very much for asking those questions. I hope I'll be able to cover all of that. I am still confused on how it works. Sanjana, you're going to get the answer right now. But before that, let me tell you that the 3 outstanding features, Sanjana, you're going to get some of the answers right in the next slide, by the way. So let us say that you have identified what you are truly passionate about, or you already know the goal. Okay. It could be your corporate growth. It could be your business launch. It could be your business scaling up. Once you identify what kind of mastermind you want to be in, my recommendation is this. I'm going to empower you. In the next few seconds, I'm going to give you a checklist. I call it the 3 C's. I'm going to give you the 3 C's checklist that you can tick to identify if that mastermind group is worth investing in. And Sanjana, by doing this checklist, by empowering you with this checklist, you are also going to understand how a mastermind group works. Is that cool? Are you enjoying this session? Are you finding value in this session? Give me a thumbs up. Yes. Okay. I love those emojis, by the way. Thank you so much. All right. Akshay says, is it like BNI? A part of it is networking. A part of it. I had a similar thought. How do you fund this? Okay. All right. So let's get started. The 3 checklists. Now remember to take a screenshot. Keep your notepads running. Keep your notepads running, pens running, and make a note of this. Once you identify a mastermind group, in order to make a decision whether this is a group worth investing your time, energy, and efforts and money in, identify these 3 C's. The first C is all about coming together and identifying what is working. Because if you are like me, we are always focused on where you are going, what your goal is, and how far I'm away from the goal. But by doing this first C, which is the first part of how a mastermind group works, that is celebration. So this mastermind group that you're considering, they should have a dedicated time in that mastermind session to discuss about what is working in your life. And they come together and celebrate with each other. So type in the word celebration into the chat box. Thank you. Celebrate. Type that into the chat box. In fact, I invite you to type in what is that one big win. We are almost towards the second half of the first month of this year. What has been your one success or one big win? Type into the chat box. And this is what we do even in our live mastermind session. The second part is when you come across a highly well facilitated, really nicely curated mastermind group, that group is never about competition. That group is about collaboration. So type in the word collaboration into the chat box. And Kumar, thank you for typing celebrate. I traveled to Goa, Anita, startup team building. Amazing. These are all the wins. And if you are a part of my Heart Leaders Club, my mastermind group, I ask this question to you almost every week to celebrate that with you. So the first C was celebration. Second C is collaboration. Third C is where you realize that you're not alone anymore. You might be a startup founder, you might be a corporate leader, but you're not alone anymore because a well facilitated mastermind group thrives on connection. Not just connection during the mastermind session, but even after that, we continue to connect with each other. That's the beauty of a mastermind group. Okay, and if you would like bonus, type in the word bonus into the chat box, because I am going to give you a bonus key factor that you can look into, and that has to be one of the amazing features of the mastermind group. Hardik, thank you. Akshay, thank you. Sanjana, thank you. If you would like bonus, type in bonus into the chat box. And this last bonus, I said that I'll give you 3 features, but I am going to give you a bonus 4th feature. Now, those of you who said yes or typed guilty for not following through whatever you had planned, this particular feature is for you. Once you realize that your mastermind group has got this feature, you will always be focused on your growth. You'll be always growing weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly. You will be always on a constant growth path. And that bonus feature is continuation. Now, what I mean by continuation, Anita, thank you. What I mean by continuation is continuing not only the quarterly or a monthly or a regular mastermind live sessions, but even continue to celebrate, collaborate, and connect with each other even outside of the mastermind session. I know for some of you it will be very new and too much information to take a screenshot, but this is something. Imagine that you're learning something new, and you're going to use this for your own purpose. And I'm going to show you how exactly you use that. But I hope some of your questions are answered here. How is collaboration different than connection? Great question, Kumar. Like I said, let's say that Anita had a question related to her business. I'm just taking it as an example, Anita. Let's say that she has a question related to her business and she comes to my mastermind group, which is a business leaders mastermind group. And she asks that specific question. It could be, how to find my clients on Instagram. And now, how connection is different than collaboration is because in collaboration feature, a mastermind group, in a mastermind session, there is a live conversation to brainstorm on that one challenge. And that is not just Anita's challenge. If Anita is a part of a mastermind group there where there are four others, we all brainstorm on a single challenge so that the person asking question walks out of that mastermind with multiple solutions, perspectives, and directions. In other words, you are going to tap into every single individual's mind. So, multiple mind becomes a mastermind, and that is an example of collaboration. Are these groups paid? Yes, Hardik, most of these groups are paid. In fact, this is the best investment that you can do in yourself. But there are also, when I launched my mastermind, the first 6 months I actually gave away free masterminds. So let's go ahead and let me share with you that it is not just those fancy business leaders and startup owners who are a part of mastermind, but say hi to Virginie. Virginie Stanley is one of my oldest members of mastermind. She has been around as probably as long as my masterminds have been around. She is from USA, and here's the thing: a she is not a startup owner. She was a corporate employee when she joined in. Look at the highlighted section where she talks about how the mastermind sessions, whatever solutions, perspective, directions she gets into these sessions, she actually go out and she carry forward her learning into her life. She is a corporate leader. In fact, she just started as a team manager. In USA, and she's amazing, by the way. She is one of my favorite masterminders whom I love to mastermind with. And within just a possible, as you can see, I just found out that I've been promoted to the owner of the firm. So she is one of the leadership members, leadership board now. And look at what she had to say as the closing remark. I am becoming a better leader, more successful, and feel excited about my future plans and goals. If Virginie can do it, in spite of being a corporate leader, then you can do that too. Leverage masterminds to grow personally and professionally. Okay, why you say that you should join a group? You should join a group with older people to learn from. Akshay, I mastermind with my 9-year-old son. I mastermind with my 20-year-old assistant. We learn from everybody. You will be amazed the moment you open your mind. You'll be amazed how much we are going to learn from each other because we are all different at different sections towards our goal. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to give you what I promised, how to leverage masterminds to accelerate your income, impact, and network. Now, let us say that you have understood how mastermind works, or you are committed to participate in a mastermind. Be in touch with a mastermind group. Go live with a mastermind group. Now, I'm going to give you nine steps to leverage mastermind group for your success. If you're ready, type in the number 9 into the chat box. I'm going to run through this because we are running short on time. First is prepare. So please type the number 9. Thank you, Sanjay. Prepare. Be ready with what is that one challenge that you want to ask to your mastermind group. So be prepared in advance. Show up live. Yes, when I do host my multiple masterminds for the last couple of years, I give out the recording. But the real magic happens when you show up live. Third is show up to serve, not to sell. One of the problems that I have with most of the business networking group is because they are all about selling, pushing their services. Whereas in a mastermind, everybody comes with an intention to help each other grow and succeed because they are there to serve. That's the difference. Serve. Be vulnerable. Be okay to learn from others. Be okay to talk about what's not working. And once you talk about that, then shut, keep quiet, shut your mouth. I tell that to even myself when I've become a part of masterminds. And then listen actively. Because you're going to get so much of wealth of information because people are going to collaborate and give you all possible knowledge that they have. And once you listen carefully, you'll realize that you are walking away with tons of information and you will get overwhelmed. And for that, I have this step number 6. All you need to do is focus on one solution and commit to take one action. Type in power of one, power of one, or just type in the letter one, one. Focus on only one solution, one action, and then implement whatever you're committed to. Number six is about committing, identifying what is that one action that you will take, and then implement. That is where the real magic is. And of course, continue to connect with this heart centered network. And lastly, remember, the magic is in showing up live, in taking action, but most importantly, to maintain the momentum, you have to repeat this process. I hope that makes sense. Take a screenshot of this because this is a 9-step process to leverage a high level mastermind for accelerating your income, impact, and network in the shortest possible time. I hope you have taken a screenshot. How do you know a group is good before joining? Give it a try. If you can get a trial coupon, great. Or otherwise, go and join groups which has got zero risk. Stay tuned. I will be sharing some more to that. Okay, this is Gabor Kristen, but I guess you will
Hey, it's
not be
Gabor
able
here.
to hear. He's from Hungary. He is again one of our VIP members of my Heart Leaders Club, and he has been masterminding. He is a business owner and a lot more. So he is also a part of our mastermind group. You will be meeting a lot of these if you join my mastermind group. But again, let's focus on you. Why and when should you decide to launch your own mastermind? So first is experience what a mastermind is. I know I could have just done away without this section, but those of you who are already trainers, leaders, coaches, mentors, business owners, I want to give you a gift in this section. And in this section, I'll be sharing with you why should you consider to launch your own mastermind. Okay, and that for that it's a three layered answer to it. One is to create a heart centered network, where people connect with each other heart to heart for each other's success. You can create that network when you host your mastermind. Second is to grow, accelerated growth of your income, and of course personal and professional growth. But this is also not only for yourself but for every single individual in your mastermind group. And the last is, perhaps hosting a mastermind group is one of the most powerful ways to create a real impact, real results in the people who are accessing your masterminds. And of course you get a chance to be a true leader and create that impact, create that legacy. So these are the three reasons why you should consider. And if you look at Bren Roqueros, now Bren had got in touch with me right in the beginning of Corona crisis. She is a small business owner in Philippines, and she was stuck like many of us during Corona crisis. Offline business was shut, and she wanted to turn that business into online. So this feedback she gave right after her first mastermind with us. And what she did was she applied what she learned from the mastermind. And here's the beautiful thing. Within the first few weeks, she not only converted her offline business into online business, but she also got her first sale. She's a part of our group. You can go and say hi to her if you're a part of Facebook. And Bren, if you're watching this, hats off to you. I'm really proud of you. And these are the real impacts that you can create when you host your own mastermind. And let's see, when is the right time to host your masterminds? I would say when you have these things. More specifically, when you have an intention to help others grow. Do not host a mastermind. Do not join a mastermind. In fact, do not do anything just for the sake of it. And especially masterminds are such powerful tool. Do not host your mastermind if you do not have an intention, a true intention to serve others, to help others grow. That is probably the most important. Even if you don't pay attention to the next three, it is absolutely okay. If you have this, get in touch with me. I will show you how to host a mastermind in the first 30 days. Reach out to me. My website address is right there. The second thing is domain knowledge. As I said, you could host a marketing mastermind, an HR mastermind, business mastermind, startup mastermind, app development mastermind. It could be any mastermind. But that is the domain knowledge that you need to have, a basic domain knowledge, and if possible, offer. And of course, whom do you want to serve? Who are going to be your target audience? And I think somebody just talked about the quality of people in the mastermind group. This is the reason why you need to learn how to host a mastermind. All these things become a part of that training. And of course, your own tribe. When I say tribe, it could be your team member. You could have a small team of 3 members, 2 members. You could have a large team of 500 members. You may be a business owner with 5 clients. You could be a coach or a trainee with 50 trainees that you are training. That is your tribe. So if you have any of this, especially the first one, then you should absolutely consider hosting your own masterminds. And I know you will not be
Hey
able to
folks,
hear this
Himanshu
because
Bist
there is some
here.
problem with the
A
audio,
great
but this is Himanshu Bist. I call him the digital nomad of India. He's quite a famous personality himself. But when he attended my first mastermind, he was mind blown by it, because he suddenly realized that how much better he can serve to his community and his clients if he plugs in mastermind. I'm not asking you to stop what you're doing. I'm asking you to add on a mastermind, a paid mastermind as an offer to your clients. So reach out to me if you would like to know more. But as of now, before you go, I have something special for you. If you're interested in learning, if you're interested in knowing a little more, if you're interested in getting something, pay attention here, okay? And this is all about masterminds. The something special for you that I have is to accelerate your success. And by success, I mean accelerating your income and impact without spending a fortune. Yes. And for that, I invite you to join my global mastermind group, the Heart Leaders Club. You're going to find, some of them like Virginie, Gabor, Kumar Gaurav. I have another Gaurav, amazing person in my mastermind group. And we meet live every single month. We have people who are from business background, aspiring entrepreneurs, and there are corporate leaders like Virginie. So to know more about this group, just go to www.rupapatil.com and you will find all the information. Scroll down. But before you go, I want to gift something. How many of you love gifts? Type in the word gifts into the chat box. If you, like me, love receiving gifts, but more importantly, love giving gifts. So type in gifts into the chat box. And what are some good masterminds out there, Vivon? You can certainly try explore the mastermind. By the way, my mastermind is a completely risk-free mastermind. And it is not too much of an investment. Go to www.rupapatil.com and you will find the details there. Let me see if I can give you the link, because some of you have been asking for it. In the chat box, I have put the link to my mastermind that you can explore. Don't go and start reading that page right now. Just open it in your browser. Type in the word gifts into the chat box if you'd like to. Kumar says, would love to get a gift, and I would love to gift you and everybody. For that, there is this page where I want you to go. And this is this URL. Once again, I'll give you this URL as well. Now, what happens when you go to this URL is you type in this URL and you key in your email ID. And over the next couple of days or even weeks, you will continue getting highly valuable gifts from me personally. And that is how I stay in touch with those. By the way, this page is not really as public as you would want it to be. So please take full advantage of it. I have given the links here into the chat box. Key in your email address and whitelist my email and start receiving those gifts. I hope you have typed in gift. Would love to get a gift. Fantastic. And with that, I would like to end this session with a very powerful quote from the mentor of Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn. This is what he had to say, and most of you are already aware of it. I'm just reminding you that you are an average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So whether or not you have those, so if you are spending time with not so motivated people, you are going to be not so motivated. If you're going to spend time with 5 people who are growth oriented, who are purpose driven, who believe in collaboration, who believes in celebration, you are going to become that kind of a person. And the easiest way to find those 5 people in your life is by joining a mastermind group. It could be my mastermind group. Come and explore it. It could be somebody else's mastermind group. Now you're already empowered with the 4 C's. You have the checklist. You have all the features that makes a mastermind group a success. Explore it. Don't just stop here, but explore it. But find those 5 people whom you can spend your most time with masterminding, and And I repeat, nobody can stop you from succeeding. And with that, I would like to thank you, each and every one of you, for being here today. It is such an honor to serve you. It is absolutely an honor to serve you. And I hope I have stopped sharing. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you were able to hear me all right. This is the first time I'm utilizing this platform. And a big shout out to Creator Club. Thank you so much for creating this club. Is this group for FBO? By the way, I am going to be around for 5 minutes answering your questions. But those of you who need to go, it's absolutely fine. Hats off to you. Thank you for being here. Just type into the chat box, I am awesome. Not me, yourself. So type in, I am awesome. Why? Because on this evening, if you're dialing in India, it is evening. On this evening, you could have done any other thing, but you decided to invest in your own personal and professional growth. And for that, you are awesome. So type into the chat box, I am awesome, because Sanjay, Hardik, Anita, Kumar, Akshay, you guys are awesome. So I'm going to be around to answer some of your questions. I'm going to scroll and see if there are any answers, which questions that I have not answered. But those of you who are saying goodbye right now, goodbye. Thank you very much. Namaste. Thank you for joining in. And Team Creator, if there are any more questions from any other platform, please share it here. I'm going to be around to serve and answer most of these questions. So bye-bye to those of you who are going right now, and those of you who are going to stick around for answering your questions. I would love to do that. So let's see, how big is a mastermind group? Anita, what a great question. By the way, this is a question that I asked. I also have a podcast of my own. This was a video podcast for masterminders. I was interviewing people who host masterminds, and this was one of my favorite questions to them. For a mastermind group, Anita, to be very, very successful, the key feature here is for people to come on that hot seat, ask that one big challenge, that they are facing in their life, and allow everybody to brainstorm on that challenge. So it is a very intimate setting, and it is a very closed group setting. So the way I have understood, and the way I host is, personally, I do not host a session that has more than 5 to 6 people. It just becomes too long and too exhausting for some of them. So I don't do that. Instead, I stick to around 4 to 5 people in one session. Yes, I may have to take multiple sessions, and that's okay. Sometimes we do that also to accommodate a time zone difference from various parts of the globe. But I hope that answers your question. So, ideally, a mastermind group should not be very big, even if it is, let's say, a 12-member or a 20-member team. We do it in a breakout sessions. So, for example, if I'm hosting a mastermind and there are 20 of you, I would probably have 4 mastermind hosts who understand how masterminds work, and they can facilitate these 4 breakout rooms. I hope that answers your question. If there are more questions, please type in. I am staying back only to help you get your answers. Let's see, is mastermind run by someone like needs to be accredited? Akshay, great question. I would say it is best to join a mastermind which is hosted by somebody who understands how masterminds work. They could be a certified mastermind professional like how I am, or they could be somebody who's truly passionate about masterminds, who have been part of multiple masterminds for years together, and they understand it. So once again, reach out to me, explore the mastermind group that I host, and you will get that answer, Akshay. But great question. Thank you very much. How do you vet people who join? Hardik, that's a process that we follow. Every good mastermind host will follow that process. They will personally go through, and in fact, if, a person like me, I'm very, very possessive and protective about my mastermind group. I want to let in people who are growth oriented. Remember, we talked about it, who believe in collaboration, not competition. People who are vulnerable, who are open to help each other, people who are focused on leadership, personal growth. And there is an entire process that the mastermind host follows to ensure the high quality of the mastermind. So there is an entire process to it. If you become my mentee, and if I'm teaching you how to host mastermind groups, I'll be teaching you that process to help you host your own mastermind in first 30 days. Let's see. If you have any questions, type in question, Team Creator. If there are any questions, please help me get consolidated. How does okay this question is from Kumar. How does it work to launch it? Do you need some approval or certification? No, Kumar, not at all. It's like startup. Can you launch your own startup even if you are a school, high school, or a college dropout? Absolutely. However, you need to have the intention, the expertise, the experience to host your mastermind group. I wouldn't say accreditation or certification is needed. It's a good add-on, but I, I do not believe in that. I do not believe in that at all. If you still have questions, type in. I'm here to serve you. I'll be here for another few minutes, another 2 minutes or so. How do you know a group is good before joining? I think I've answered this question. How often do groups meet? Akshay, my group, we meet at least once in a month, but depending on which tier of membership level you are in, you may actually get access to multiple mastermind groups at least once in a fortnight or even weekly. Um, is it only for work and not personal support? Oh no, Anita. Uh, but oh wow, what a great question. Masterminds are for your personal growth and professional growth, your financial growth, your emotional growth, your spiritual growth, depending on what kind of mastermind you are in. It all depends on who the mastermind host is and what kind of people are there and what is the purpose of that mastermind group. But for example, I host business leaders masterminds, and in my mastermind group, I see people asking questions about their personal growth, a little bit about their wealth building, their health, their relationships. Everything is holistic because when we talk about personal and professional success, it covers all of it. I hope that answers your question, Anita. Um, Do have I missed any question? How big is the mastermind group? I've answered. Is it for personal and professional growth also? Anita, yes, it's for all. If in your group you have people from around the world, that is correct, Sanjay. We have around the continent. That was a great session, great evening. Thank you very much, Gaurav. Glad you enjoyed it. Team Creator says, would you say to join a group? You should join a group with older people to learn from. Um, as I said, it's not necessary depending on what kind of mastermind group is. For example, if I were to learn how to use Snapchat or Instagram for business, I would actually join a group which is run by 20 something kids, half my age, because they are really good at Instagram and Snapchat and probably other the technologies that younger generation use. So it all depends on that. Um, how does it work to launch it? Do you need some approval? Okay, I've answered this question. All right, so I think I have come to the end of the session and I have answered all your questions. I'm sorry I have gone a little over the time, but as I said, this was to serve you and answer every single question without missing anything. Please type in one word. How are you feeling right now? Please type in one word. How are you feeling right now? And if you decide to join my mastermind group, my Heart Leaders Club, I will be excited to see you on our next mastermind. But even otherwise, thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to serve you today. Mm, Thank you so much. You have a lot of energy, says Anita. Thank you. Thanks to you for giving me that option to serve you. Sanjay says energy. Anita says motivated. That is amazing. So thank you very much for being you. Thank you very much for watching this as a recording. Sorry, as a live stream. And those of you who are going to watch this as a recording, hats off to you. Thank you very much. And Team Creator, a big love to you. Thank you for inviting me on your platform and giving me this opportunity. And thanks to each and every one of you who are here. You guys made my evening. So thank you very much. Stay amazing. Stay blessed. Bye bye.